All right, so this breakdown came together uh kind of by accident. Shout out to Richard West. Richard um requested I do a breakdown on a 14-year-old girl who was electrocuted, and I guess that's a new story out there, but for some reason I couldn't find it. I mean, I didn't really like search super hard for it. I guess I assumed this was the one and this popped up and I put the whole breakdown together, and then I realized, look at this article published August 30th, 2022. So, any story that hits trending regardless of the year, it's all scripted by numbers, okay? And all of these stories are connected regardless. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and present it because that should be interesting, right? And if anybody else out there has any requests as well, go ahead and let me know and I'll do the breakdown. Preferably something currently trending, uh, but it doesn't matter, right? But this is Daily Decodes 81 too, so we're going to get into this story from the year 2022, right? So a 14-year-old Monroe girl killed pi- by a downed wire, excuse me, was a tomboy who wanted to join the police. All right, and we'll play a couple of the video clips. What I'll do, I'm gonna go over here and let's open up. Let's present this, and we're gonna have to watch this on YouTube for some reason.
With that breaking news, just into the 7 Action Newsroom, strong storms leaving a 14-year-old girl dead tonight. Police say she came in contact with a downed wire and was electrocuted in Monroe in the area of Peters Street in Conant. Our thoughts and prayers are certainly with her family following this heartbreaking tragedy.
Okay, so they didn't give us a lot of information there. Now look, this is Monroe, Michigan.
Silent.
Oh, let me get rid of that. Okay, so this is Monroe, Michigan, and I like to think about things on the world stage, right? And if I think of major things out of Michigan, right away I think about Marshall Mathers, Eminem, right? So you get the double M's there, like Monroe, Michigan. Okay, and usually it begins with the language like that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the article and I'm going to read a little bit. I do have a longer video, but I'll just read a little bit. Um, Actually, we'll try to play the video now. So let me share this tab and I'm going to go over to the longer video and we'll play the longer news clip and we'll get a little bit more of an idea of what's going on here. All right, so I'll share this and you should be able to hear this.
We've got clear skies tonight, but last night's storm caused serious damage across our viewing area and was in fact deadly. One 14-year-old girl in Monroe, Michigan, Elizabeth Jacobson, was killed when she touched a downed power line in her backyard. Her death has been ruled an accident by Monroe police, but it's left the family devastated. Michael Sandlin talked to her mother today about, Michael, what was a horrific and tragic loss.
Absolutely, Melissa. The details are hard to hear. Elizabeth's mother says she was a positive and motivated girl who could get anyone in the room smiling. With her gone, she says her life is a little more gray, but she hopes that people learn from her daughter's mistake and just stay inside during harsh.
Okay, so you should be able to hear that. If for some reason you're not, it's not the most important part of this breakdown. Obviously, it's going to be the information as I am a decoder that I give you, right? But I'll press play.
Storms. In the safety of the daylight, electrical crews on the 1400 block of Peters Street are cleaning up the downed power line that took Elizabeth Jacobson's life. While the lines can be fixed, Jacobson's mother says there's a hole in her heart that can't be.
It's not fair. She was a very bright, happy, go-lucky child.
According to the Monroe Police Department, Jacobson and her friend decided to go for a walk in the backyard after the thunderstorm. Claiming they smelled smoke, they were looking in the backyard for the source of the smell when Jacobson grabbed a downed power line, thinking it was a stick. She was hit with 13,800 volts of electricity, killing her instantly.
I just wanted to rip that wire off.
13,800 volts of electricity she was hit with. That's kind of like 138, so we'll keep our eyes peeled for 138.
Of her. I'm CPR and first aid certified, and I couldn't even touch my daughter. I couldn't even touch her.
Monroe police had to contact DTE Power and have the line shut down to remove Jacobson's body. Monroe police representatives say to prevent incidents like this from happening again, during storms, stay inside. And if you see downed power lines, turn the other way and leave them to the professionals.
Okay? And I'm not saying that this stuff doesn't happen, all right? But what's up with these numbers and these patterns that I be seeing over here, okay? So let me put the slides back to where they need to be, and we're gonna get into it. And again, this is from August 2022. So what, about 2.5 years ago? All right. Kind of like an accidental breakdown, but look at this. It makes it even better because it's still by the numbers, right? And when Richard West views this, he might have some things to add in the comment section. But look, the 1400 block, you heard it in the video of Peters and whatever the other road or whatever. Look, teen fatally electrocuted by downed power line in Monroe. A 14-year-old girl on the 1400 block. You see that right there? Come on, right? And you see 14-year-old girl, 1400 block. Not only that, Monroe girl in the reverse cipher with the English language, the alphabet. Monroe girl, right? Monroe, Michigan. Monroe girl right in the title equals 144. Like 14. You see the 14 right there? And dead equals 14 in two base ciphers. Right? ABC 123 is ordinal, and then reduction has the 14 right there. Look at that. Okay? And these are all like key words in our article here. For you see her father right there. I had to feel her soul one last time. Where it left her body, said her father, Edward Jacobson. Okay? Right? It helped with the closure. Look at his name, Edward 28. She touches downed power lines, right? During a storm, gets electrocuted. Look, wire equals 28. You see, killed by downed wire. Wire 28. Her father's name, Edward 28. Girl equals 28. Monroe equals 28. Kill equals 28. Even Monroe has this 82 right here, which is the 28 reversed. Okay? And notice Monroe has 35, just like Edward, her father, 35. Okay? That's all reduction and reverse reduction over here on the right. What are the odds of that? And then you get reverse. Z is 1, A is 26. Just with the alphabet, there's 26 letters. You even get 82 with Monroe. You see that? Right? Edward Jacobson took a few moments to gather himself where his 14-year-old daughter died in the 1400 block. Okay? Dead 14 and 14. Monroe girl 144. For those of you who don't know, it's just this simple code right here. Some people think it's difficult. It's not. You see, look at the bottom. ABC, A would be 1, Z is 26, and then you just reverse the alphabet, and then you just have the reduction ciphers both ways. Okay, there's a lot of numbers out there, and what would be the chances of all of this lining up like this? Okay, so again, an accidental story I cover here, and even Richard West, when he requested this story, he mentioned 14s along with the request in my comments. And look, right? A totally different story, and you still get the 14s. Okay, these stories and these patterns, they're all connected by certain numbers. Look at M in reverse with the alphabet. M is the 14th letter in reverse. Look at that right there. Holy crap. Can you believe it? I can look at that on the fly. M14 in reverse. Wow, look at that right there. You see that? Absolutely amazing. Another 14 right there, y'all. And check this out. She's electrocuted. Okay? Look at electrocute, and I'll show you where electrocuted is in the story, right? But this 14-year-old girl here, electrocuted. That same reverse cipher I just spoke on, and you see M right there, Monroe, Michigan, M. Look at that. Electrocuted 193, and that's the 44th prime number. Kill equals 44. What else do you think of when you think of Michigan? You might think of Detroit. Detroit equals 44. Does Michigan have the 44? Michigan has the 44 to go along with kill 44, right? Even though this is Monroe, Michigan, you would think of Detroit if someone were to ask you, name a city, if the first one that comes to mind when I say Michigan. Well, I'm going to say Detroit. I don't know about you. Detroit and Michigan, both 44, kill 44, electrocuted 193, the 44th prime number, y'all. Come on. And I just snuck in that Detroit, Michigan 44. I actually almost missed that. And again, on the fly, M equals 14 in reverse. Look at that. Here's her father's name, Edward Jacobson. You see it right there? Elizabeth Jacobson died in the backyard of her home in Monroe. Look, Monday, Monroe. Evening after coming into contact with the downed wire during a power outage. She and her friend were out for a walk. And remember, this was 2.5 years ago. Any of these trending stories, all by the numbers, okay? Edward Jacobson, the father, 124, ABC 123 cipher. That's the date, Monday, because this article is August 30th, Tuesday. So this happened Monday, so one day before August 29th. Look at that. Leaving 124 days in the year 2022. You see that? Okay? Look at that. The death on the day leaving 124 days, and the father's name equals 124. And notice how August 29th is the 241st day of the year. You get those same three numbers. You see that? 124, 124, 241. How about that? Okay, and you see the article date right there, published August 30th, which was Tuesday. And actually, so 8/30 is like 83. So I have more for you here, okay? You see the M again with Michigan, right? Look, morgue. You get 83. Remember the article August 30th, like 83? Murder, 83. And you're going to see those 38s. A lot of us know, but if you don't, RIP, 38. Death, 38. Killing, 38. You see that right there? Okay, and remember dead equals 14 in two ciphers to go along with the 14-year-old girl in the 1400 block. Okay, and remember we had one more, right? Monroe girl 144. You see that? And again, M14 in reverse. Look at that. All right? Even father equals 104, like 14. How about that? And now check this out. Remember, it all starts with the language. Okay? Elizabeth, electrocuted, EL. You see that? The father, Edward. You see that? Elizabeth was electrocuted. It's all in the language, okay? I'm not saying this doesn't happen, okay? I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying this exposes the language, doesn't it? And this number system that we're born and raised into, this code, multiple meanings for words, different spellings for the same word. I mean, what's going on here, right? Okay? What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Elizabeth Jacobson's family said the past 24 hours have been surreal. And I guess, again, this was from 2.5 years ago. Kind of like an on the fly breakdown, trying to decode another story, and I got mixed up. And if we do find that other story eventually, I'll break that one down too. When I was looking up, after I found out it was the wrong story I was breaking down, I started searching what I thought the article would pop up as the new story, as Richard West was telling me, and all these other articles were popping up with all of these connections as well. Okay, right? So again, electrocuted after touching a downed power line she thought was a stick. Okay, right? They had been preparing to send her off to high school, but now are planning her funeral. So RIP, even though, 2.5 years. Even look at this, man. Elizabeth electrocuted. Look, Elizabeth Jacobson. That's exactly copy and paste out of the article. 67 electrocuted equals 67. I guess she had dreams of being a police officer. Police officer equals 67. You see right there? She wanted to be a police officer when she got older. Okay? You see that? I guess they were outside talking about boys, music, like girl stuff, her mom said. The next thing I knew, her girlfriend comes running in. That's interesting how they put girlfriend. Yeah, it's a girl and it's her friend, but typically that's referred to as like a mate, right? More than just a friend. But, anyways, saying Elizabeth is on the ground, she got shocked. First responders found Elizabeth still in contact with the downed wire when they arrived. And look at the mother's name, Martha Jean. So you get another M, right? Like Monroe, Michigan, MM. Okay? And remember, when you think of Detroit, Michigan, even though this is Monroe, you're thinking of Marshall Mathers, MM, on the world stage, right? The celebrity world stage. Okay? So that's interesting. You even get MAR, don't you? Look at this. And don't forget, M in reverse is the 14th letter. with the 14-year-old girl. Look at this. Martha Jean Hunter. Okay. Oh, okay. It's Martha Jean Hunter. I don't have it. Let's go look at the art. Let me show you in the article before I go forward. Let me just scroll down. I believe I saw that in this article here. There it is right there. Let me zoom in and show you just to show the receipts. Martha Jean Hunter. You see right there? Martha. That's interesting how her last name's Hunter. And in the video, she had like a Cabela's hat, which is like a hunting store, right? How stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid, isn't it? So I might play that video and show you that again, but come on, man, for real. But look at over here. Martha Jean Hunter. Look at how Martha M, again like Monroe, Michigan. Look at Jean Hunter, Jean with the J like Jacobson. And I put the question mark because I wasn't 100% sure with the pictures who the mother was, but we saw her in the video. Even with the father, that picture right there, that picture just popped up on Google when I was doing the research. Not a lot of pictures came with the story, so I'm just kind of assuming that that's the father because the picture pops up like that. I just took it off of Google, okay? So, again, and even Martha Jean Hunter, that's the name of the mother, 69 in reduction, but the daughter and father's last name is Jacobson, and Jacobson equals 69 to match with the mother's name. You see that? Okay, so how do these words and these letters sync up by the numbers? Well, your computer that you or your phone, whatever you're looking on, is ran by numbers. Do you understand? It seems like just about everything you do is ran by numbers, right? Remember around Y2K? Remember, oh, what's going to happen with the numbers when it reaches the year 2000? Computers, you understand? Fake stories, articles given to us by patterns. It's like a lottery system. Do you understand? And again, Monroe, Monday evening, after coming into contact with a downed wire during a power outage, she and her friend were out for a walk. And again, this was from August 29th, 2022. All right, so we're squeezing this in here. Daily decodes 81.2. I still have current trending stories. What, I drop at least 2 a day, sometimes 3. I guess every now and then 1, because I am active on 4 channels, right? And again, I put the question mark there, but it is verified, and you see the hat, Cabela's. And let's just go look that up for fun real quick. Is Cabela's a hunting store? Look, Cabela's is an American retailer that specializes in hunting, fishing, boating, camping, and other outdoor recreation merchandise. Hunting, and remember the mother's last name is Hunter. Again, right there. Everybody knew who she was. Everyone loved her, said her mom, Martha Jean Hunter. That puts it over the top that this is super duper fake. You see that? And Richard says that there's a new story like this trending now. I wouldn't doubt it because the Detroit Lions looking like they're doing pretty well going into the playoffs, aren't they? Right? You see that? So you get the Michigan thing. Let me look that up again while I'm over here. He said the name was Maddie. Electrocuted. See, I'm seeing these 2017 dates. I'm not seeing anything. And if, like I said, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal because we got a breakdown in. You know what I'm saying? 14-year-old girl electrocuted. Look, you see, I'm not 7 years ago. Here's the article we're talking about here. You see that? Lubbock, Texas. But that says 3 years ago. Right? So it's amazing, right? Pretty damn amazing. All right. So again, that's cool. That kind of it's cool to have a little wrench thrown in here because it's just something different for a change. Oh, and look at this. Look at this. So look, Monroe, Michigan. Oh man, it doesn't say Monroe there, but I'll pull it up. Monroe incorporated as a city in 1837. And look at the date of this incident, Monday the 29th, 8 plus 29, August 29th, 8 plus 29 is 37. And since it doesn't say Monroe there, I'm going to show y'all on Google over here. When was Monroe, Michigan incorporated as a city? Boom. Ooh, and look, you get the 322. You see? And you even get that 322 right there for Skull and Bones, right? See? 37 right there. And then this. So, and you know what else equals 37? Detroit, 37, right? Detroit's got the 37. You see that right there? Bada boom, bada bang. Bada boom, bada bang. You see that? It's exactly how it is, y'all. So, shout out to Richard West. Sorry we couldn't clarify that story, but look, you got your 14s in there, bro. And I almost missed that M is 14 in reverse. Father 104 like 14. I mean, for real, Monroe girl right there. 144 like 14. Dead 14 and 14. 14-year-old 1400 block. We're going to play that. Let's play that video again. And you should be able to hear it right here. $1,400 block of Peters Street. Last name Hunter again with the Cabela's hat. And they're telling us what to do even back then in 22, right? Oh, when this happens, stay inside. As they got that questionable logo right there on the Monroe police. Look at that right there. Wow. So look, you have a family member that's gonna RIP. You're anxious to go on the news, and you know what I'm saying? Let me go on the news and talk about it. You see what I'm saying? The fake ass news. I'm sure. I'm not saying the stuff doesn't happen, man. But come on, what's up with these number systems? I mean, look, for real. Okay? So if somebody else has a better answer, let me know. Okay? Shout out to Richard West. Thanks for the request, even though it's not the exact story that you were trying to get across to me. But bam, it doesn't matter, y'all. Who else wants a story breakdown out there? Again, try to give me a trending one. I got your back. Again, this was from August 29th, 2022, but it will remain here on Daily Decodes 81.2. 14-year-old Monroe girl killed by downed wire was a tomboy. I didn't catch any connections with tomboy, even though it's interesting how they put it in quotes right there. And, I missed stuff as well. They mentioned her and her girlfriends that were playing, which was odd. And, she did appear to kind of look like a tomboy. But I guess that kind of went over my head if there's another connection there, right? But she wanted to join the police, and we got that in the breakdown as well. Um, so I appreciate everybody. Again, if you got a trending story you want me to hit on, drop it in the comments. Even AI out there. Come on. We get bored over here. You know what I'm saying? Any requests? Anyway, shout out to y'all. A not so trending story broken down for y'all, but completely obvious. All a script, all by the numbers. These patterns are undeniable. Until next time, peace.